let's get into it. So Bubble's back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely back.
100%.
Undoubtedly back. It's back with a bang.
Back with a big bang.
With a bang, I'm excited.
Absolutely. So I'm
Yeah,
very, very excited.
It's been
After
a minute.
many years. Maybe 5, I'd say. 4 or 5.
2017 was our first one. March.
And it is 22 now.
March.
So that's 5. 5 and
That's
4 and a lot.
It's 4 and a lot.
Just
Since
a
our
bit
last
under
one,
5.
maybe 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. We've all had things we've been doing though, really, innit?
For sure.
We've had things.
Still been pursuing the music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's evolved as a music artist, I feel, from them.
Yeah. Still
sure.
plenty more records being found, collected. Music production wise, learning more and more through that. And progressing, really.
So what do you think of when someone says bubble?
When someone says bubble, I think of playing YouTube rips out the back of a bus and spitting just ridiculous bars and feeling sorry for the public, I guess.
Yeah.
That sort of good.
Yeah, it's
a good nostalgia.
An obnoxious party vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, everyone's a part of it. I'm glad it's sort of channeling the roots, but also kind of
switching
evolved and kind of becoming a bit more contemporary, hopefully a bit more sophisticated, I think.
Yeah, probably less in your face.
Yeah.
And more laid back, but still with the intent to have a good time, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely not pretentious.
No way.
No.
So you're playing a bubble, this bubble coming up.
Absolutely.
Are you excited?
Very excited.
That's good. What are you going to play?
Probably be quite a mix of stuff usually.
The bubbly way.
Absolutely. The 2-step, the 4/4, all the good stuff.
Okay.
Probably less of the darker stuff and more. If I'm going to play new stuff, it's going to probably be sticking true to the authentic, original flavour of the 90s. But yeah, I mean, there's been so much music coming out in the last 5 years that I've been able to collect a lot more, I suppose. Some of my own selections as well, some of my own productions even.
Yeah. So do you want to talk a bit about you as an artist?
Yeah, sure. So I guess I kind of started making stuff like 3 years ago, seriously. But on and off for the last 5 years, but you've got to knuckle down with it really for it to progress, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's going all right, slowly but surely.
No uni needed.
No, fuck that.
Fuck that.
None needed.
None needed.
Just kind of teaching myself.
Yeah.
Well, actually saying that, I did do a year course.
Oh yeah.
About 3 years ago. So I guess that was some form of uni, but
little springboard.
Yeah, little jump up.
That's
but
good.
it's been I've mostly taught myself, to be fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because I mean, how the whole thing started was when I went on Gumtree and got CDJs, like back in the day when I was like 17 or 18.
Oh yeah.
But I got the CDJs which could only take CDs.
The silver ones, right?
They're really cheap. And you
have I seen them? No?
Yeah, you still get the pioneer feel of them.
Yeah.
But they're really cheap. They're only like £100. But you have to use CDs.
Not USB either.
No USB in there. But I later got the USB ones. But,
yeah, that's probably what I'm remembering. I remember a lot of CDs though.
Before that, yeah, there was a lot because we wanted to get the most music we could on CDs. So what we'd do is we'd go onto, webs. We go onto
eBay.
we go on to buy. We'd go and buy
Amazon.
Compilations.
Oh yeah.
We'd go and get every compilation, every song that was released.
I was accustomed
US
to that
garage,
as well.
4/4 garage, 2-step, every single like number 1, 2, 3, and 4. There was like hundreds and hundreds of songs.
A lot of copies as well, a lot of the same tracks, but
all the
on
same track on different tapes. Yeah.
And different lengths because a lot of them were mixed.
A lot of them were mixed and stuff like that. But they sounded good and like. We would sometimes bring the CDs out to the club, and it was a good way to like learn how to mix and stuff and collect CDs. Yeah. That was for that time, and
I guess the quality isn't the best, is it?
Yeah.
Well, YouTube rips definitely isn't.
YouTube rips, no way. But
Not that they were allowed to be played in the club.
Often it was a recording of a vinyl mix that someone had done.
Yeah, and it's just
pressed onto a CD. There's been a lot of different. It's gone through a lot of things. For us, come through your CD player.
For sure, it's ideally you want it from the source. From the wax.
the
iTunes source or the wax.
Or the Wavy wax.
Yeah, or the Beatport or anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere but YouTube.
Buy your music. Yeah, it was like a sort of a clang fest, you know?
It could have been a bit clang.
No, it was just a bit like, it was just a party, wasn't it? There was people standing on the speakers.
There was a lot of people standing in different places.
It was a struggle to get in, and it was like...
It was stacked up, for sure. I remember, because it had kind of 2 floors to it. You go in and then you just go down the stairs, and that's where the actual party's happening. And just sort of a sea of people, a lot of sunglasses, a load of shades. A load of shades and people in there. Perhaps their best attire, I don't know.
Dressing the best and they're some of the best.
I
hope so.
Yeah.
Hope we get some more of that. Hope we get some good, solid, smart outfits.
Well, a bit older now, so you'd hope so.
A bit older, yeah, exactly.
Bring out the big guns.
Bring out your loafers, bring out your vests.
They're going to get stepped on, but it's all worth it.
Might get a bit stepped on.
Exactly.
Just give them a wink. It's alright.
Give them a little swish and they're all good.
A little swish. But so what direction do you think Bubble should go down now that it's back? What do you think?
I think it's about expanding the audience would be great. Maybe getting in touch more to the older audience that are still trying to find that perfect balance between perhaps the newer stuff coming out and also the stuff that they loved when they were the same age as us or similar age.
For sure. Like people at my age.
No, it's even older than that.
Even older?
Yeah, I'm talking like 40-year-olds even.
40s?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it's like a big
30s,
huge...
40s.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just, because then you get that sort of atmosphere that's a bit more authentic, I think.
Yeah.
And you get true fans as well, coming for the music. Largely.
Wrong with clubbing? Do you think there's anything wrong with clubbing in London at the moment?
Anything wrong with it?
Or do you think they've got anything to say about it? Or are you loving it?
I think it's decent. I still don't think the lineup's that diverse, to be honest. I'm seeing the same people getting booked.
Over and over again.
Yeah, and I just think there's a lot of good producers out there and there's a lot of good DJs there.
Get Lockside on now.
I'm not saying that. Just saying there's a lot of good tunes being released. Even they might only release one EP or something, but
I think
they should be getting booked because they're bringing a sound that.
Yeah, and what it does, it's kind of like it means that the viewer isn't really, seeing as much of a diverse range of music. They're kind of just getting this person over and over again.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the same rehearsed sets.
Yeah, so literally
which is lazy.
The same curated lineup, and someone's just brought them and done the same thing. Yeah. They must be going to these nights like, oh hey, you're right.
Hi again.
Yeah.
Well, I am noticing some of the same blends, the same intros.
Same intro, same blends.
Same intros, same blends, same mashups. What is that all about? It's not that hard.
You go to play down bricks and see
the same. Yeah,
same lineup.
The Artful Dodger.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the Artful Dodger. They just have a
massive group chat and they just all stick together.
They all share the same
set.
Let's do
another rave. No one's allowed into the group chat. It's very private.
They must be really busy.
Welcome to the Bubble is Back podcast. We're joined with
Shan.
Shan, nice to be with you today.
Likewise.
So why don't we start off by you maybe telling us a bit about who you are as an artist, what music you do, what you've got out right now and what you've got coming out.
Beautiful. I make, I guess, contemporary R&B soul music.
Nice.
To sound like a twat. No, I just don't know about the contemporary word. I feel like people really don't like unpacking that or whatever. But yeah, I've released one EP in July, Inertia. And we're en route to our second. Got a single coming soon. It's called Straight Talk. Got a video. That's me.
Nice. How was it? 4 tracks on the first EP, right?
It was, yeah. Before.
Go Slow.
Are you going to list them all? This will be very impressive.
Go Slow. Rearview Mirror.
Yes.
Can't remember the others.
That's fine. Waves. Anyone? No, I'm joking. Waves and Listen.
Waves, Listen.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of Bubble? What ideas spring to your mind? Musically, culturally, everything.
Everything. I can't help but think about garage and specifically two-step.
Fair.
And I guess school, sixth form, Camden, North London, Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Roundhouse DJ drop-ins.
For sure.
Yeah, just like that kind of time. But then in a broader sense, just clubbing in general in London.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And like, I just have memories of like all of us, me, you, Jojo and Alex, like in my mum's kind of like utility room basement, studio. Tiny little place where we like rehearse and stuff.
Cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah, kind of like Harry Potter kind of vibe. Yeah, I remember I was like kind of like just rehearsing in there, like with the two speakers just blaring. Like we had the set of the like smoky vibes. Like just put the light off, put the kind of weird disco light on.
Yeah, it was all that.
Yeah, it was all very kind of like haphazard. Like in the lead up to the first one, especially.
It was all very like off the cuff.
Yeah.
So maybe I associate it a little bit of trying to think of like a nice word for like chaotic. Little
spontaneous,
instinctive, spontaneous. Yeah. It was spontaneous.
It was spontaneous, wasn't it? I mean,
that's probably forget I said chaotic. But
yeah, but I think chaotic as well, in a good way, of course.
Well,
because it wasn't.
Just remember, I guess the one thing that really sticks in my mind was probably the only like set song that I knew that I was gonna sing.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was all just like this is.
Well,
gonna be
do you remember any of the? I'm not even sure if I can remember any of the songs.
It was I sang a Party Next Door song. Only You over Triplets by Sticky. That was the only thing that I had planned. That was it.
Didn't you do?
That's what we do. We link up and we kind of mishmash things that were in the same key.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I think it was that. There was.
Didn't you do Poison or something?
No,
or that was someone else.
That was cold.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was all very off the cuff.
It was all very. There wasn't like, this is when you're gonna be singing. Like I'm pretty sure it's like, Savannah, you're up.
Well, I'm not gonna name, but like I remember speaking to one of the vocalists, and she was saying how after doing it for so many years and going out to these nights, like huge monitors, huge speakers, big crowds, and like belting your voice out, how she ran into problems with like nodules and all of that. It's like
it wasn't oh yeah.
It's like on your vocal cords.
Yeah, I imagine.
And I don't actually know what the process is to get rid of it. I don't know whether it's like therapy, like.
I mean, they've definitely all got tinnitus for sure.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I think the older the DJ, the worse the tinnitus.
Yeah, for sure.
Earplugs wasn't so much of a thing.
It wasn't accepted back then to like massive fucking heavy duty earplugs in your ear. Yeah. Nowadays it's very much like. Yeah.
Now there's more acceptance.
Yeah, I mean, in our crowd, like even in house parties, like when you're DJing and stuff, it's like you can tell the musicians and the DJs because they've all got like these massive, like yellow, like
popping out. Hello.
That's a fun cake. Yeah, they all got these massive earbuds in their ears. Like, yeah, you can tell who likes music.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's good to see.
Yeah,
protect your ears.
Yeah, no, I think that whole kind of culture of like rinsing out a garage is kind of done now. I think I really get that feeling. I don't know. You still see some of the nights, but like
it's a bit. I don't know. I feel a bit of a shame of it. Well, I went to that ministry talk. I was telling you a little bit about it.
Oh yeah.
About the Punjabi garage.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting to see these cool. Sort of like sub-genre pockets like having their revival because of like Daytimers Collective.
Yeah, that's like Rohan Racket.
Exactly.
Right?
So you'll hear this Punjabi garage played out a lot now.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of got like a UK funky feeling to it.
Yeah,
I actually really like that.
It's sick because it's still that's like new to the wider like audience.
Yeah,
now.
For sure.
So in that sense, it's pretty cool to hear that.
I mean, the influence of garage will always kind of, especially in this city and in this country, it will never disappear. I mean, you always hear like the musical influences of it, and obviously Bubble like will inevitably, but just because it won't be that we're trying to be like play garage or whatever, but just because we're like that music will always love that music. It always means something to us. Obviously, before the pandemic, we had like drill, like that was very much like the kind of trendy music. I don't know, like I don't really know what that kind of is right now.
Well, where it's at now.
Yeah, like the UK music scene is very good at like constantly producing new trends, like Afrobeat. It's 2016. It was like Storm's like Skepta and the grime kind of thing, and then and then it was drill, and like now it's like since the pandemic, there's not really that kind of big.
What's happening now?
Popular genre right now, is there? I think maybe there's space for that to like. I don't know. What do you think? Because I feel like I don't really listen to that as much kind of contemporary music as like.
It's hard. I feel like the sort of Afrobeat influenced jazz is still like very much there.
Yeah, the South London jazz scene is doing its thing for sure.
All of that.
Yeah.
Or whether it's like Latin influenced jazz or whatever it is. That's big. Yeah, the Afrobeat swing is still doing like
for sure,
madness.
for
It's
sure.
like
Koji Radical's got an album.
Koji Radical.
Yeah.
I guess there's that live sort of instrumentation influence in a lot of what you'll hear on radio now, and your producers like your Swindles.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that.
And what's it, Inflo, the one he won a Grammy.
Oh really? I don't think I've heard of him actually.
He produced Little Sims.
Really?
A lot,
the new
like
album?
Cleo Sol, Adele.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick. And
Was
he UK?
Yeah. First
Inflo.
black producer to win a Grammy of the Year, if I've got that right.
Really? So Grammy's American, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think that was right. Was that right?
That's big.
I think it was a Grammy.
It's big for a UK artist to even win a Grammy, really.
It's really big.
That's sick.
Yeah. But I wonder, it's true, like what will be the next big thing?
Yeah, because I think it's inevitable, you know what I mean? Drum and bass has always been there, I feel, but like, I think there's a bit of a gap there for like a kind of culture to form, like a new musical culture.
I wonder if now they're talking about, you hear it a lot with Pink Panthers sort of bringing it back, the sort of, I want to say like lo-fi jungle drums thing.
Yeah.
And like Naya Archives.
I don't know much about that actually.
Yeah. It's like females vocalists over jungle.
Yeah.
Really?
That's cool.
But almost with like
really
a garage
short.
influence as well,
Yeah,
like
that sounds cool.
kind of breakbeaty.
A lot of classics are being sampled and being.
Well, like Pink Panther. Is that?
Pink Pantheress.
Yeah.
Oh, Pink Panther-esque.
Pink Pantheress.
Oh, is she like is she an artist or?
She came up on TikTok.
Oh right.
Londoner as well.
Well, there's TikTok, obviously.
Just for me.
Yeah, the TikTok vibe.
And then
It's
like
2 minute 30
all of
tracks
that.
mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually brings me to like another kind of thought, like what's going to happen to like the 18-year-olds today, like, or even the 20-year-olds, they've been deprived from clubs for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like they've had that like a massive, like the whole lockdown thing, like took out like 2 years of like out of their kind of clubbing journey, as it were.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a bit weird for them. I don't know. And maybe they won't be as big on clubs as like even we were when we were 18, because we were really excited to go. I remember I was sitting next in philosophy classes.
Yeah.
And we'd be like booking tickets, like go out and stuff.
To the worst clubs.
Yeah, like Lockside and Neutrino. It was always the garage ones. Like we were the target market for that, for sure.
£5 early bird. Or Southbound was like a big night we'd go to.
Yeah, so I remember that was in like Bricks and Jam or something like that, like other places. Yeah, that's not really. I haven't seen that name around recently.
That's a good name as well.
Yeah.
Good name. But yeah, I wonder like what it will mean for them. This summer will be their first. Oh wait, was it last summer?
I don't know. Yeah, last summer was kind of like a bit like there was stuff going on. No, like Brainchild. There were festivals going on last summer. Yeah.
True.
But then they had the whole like Omnicron thing, and it's just been like very stop-start for them.
Well, it's like that first festival, like for us and North Londoners, it's like that Rite Passage, Rite Passage to go to Reading.
Yeah. See, I actually went to Boomtown for that first one.
Yeah.
Alfie, you went. Did you go to Boomtown for the first like festival that you went to? Was it Reading as well?
Yeah, I was there with you.
Boom, yeah. See, that was a gnarly first festival to go to.
I can't even imagine, because I went to Latitude from like quite young.
Really?
But like that's a family festival, so to go to like Boomtown at what 16, 15.
Yeah, that was crazy. I actually don't think I'd be sitting here right now if it wasn't for Boomtown. Seriously, yeah, because seriously, like, I'll explain the logical flow. Like, I used to like before I even started DJing. Like, I started DJing because of Francis, like his DJ kit. Well, I used to like spit. Obviously, you guys know that. I used to rap. But I was rapping on hip hop, like American like 90s hip hop beats. And I never really felt like it was my kind of musical identity. I never really felt that like attached to it. But then I went to Boomtown and I heard Corrupt FM. Doing a set, and they were like spitting. They were spitting bars like on like this weird music I haven't really ever heard. It was obviously just garage, right? It was classic garage stuff.
Grime as well.
Yeah, grimy stuff. And I was like, oh my god, this is like, it's like a light bulb just went on my head. It's like, this is actually what I should be doing. Like, I shouldn't be doing. I should actually be MCing over this, whatever this kind of music is. Yeah. And I went back home and like, I just stopped listening to old school hip hop, and I just became like a hip hop rapper. Not that I was a rapper, but that's what I was doing. And I just started MCing on garage beats.
The same thing happened to me at like Squat Race, just seeing every
Did you ever hear something? I didn't have like the longest stint going to squats, but like I don't think think maybe like once or twice at the time you'd hear them play garage. They would never play garage there.
No, it was all house.
Yeah. Squat raves.
Yeah.
I remember just like the jump up drum and bass.
Yeah,
so I was a big squat
like
raver.
Garage house stage, and you might catch
really,
a half an hour set of someone playing
it was all house, and there was that kind of deep tech house thing going on.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of like
well.
in the kind of side trance.
Yeah,
I was a bit too
more for the diehard.
Yeah. I went to many squat raves, but I was A, not musically discerning enough to actually be like, this is that, and B, like too sleepy, let's say.
Okay. Yeah.
To realise what was going on.
Keep
we'll keep it PC on that one. Too confused for one reason or another.
You went to many.
Yeah, man. When I was like 15, it's actually.
And you went. I don't think I ever saw you one.
You might have been done with it. No.
Probably a different crowd. I went with some Mill Hill people though. I'm pretty sure.
It would have been different.
I was like, yeah. I was like my ex-girlfriend. Like we went with a bunch of people. It was a good time, man. I remember like it was kind of crazy, being like a 15-year-old, and I remember you guys were explaining some of the characters you'd see, and it's so true. Like you'd see these like, for want of a better word, like scallywags, hollowed out eyes, hollowed out eyes, just like the baseball caps and the trackies.
Baseball caps.
Yeah.
It'd be baseball caps, sorry, and no top and shorts.
Yeah,
and like a 40-year-old guy with like a pouch as well.
Yeah.
So one guy with his son as well.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I think you spoke a bit about this in another one, but can you remember anything from the first bubble?
I remember on the bar they had a good deal.
Yeah. I actually remember what that deal was.
I think it was four Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, that's all you remember for a reason.
But the funny is, I don't think I even got one of them. It was a Jaeger bomb. I think it was 4 for £10. And everyone just wouldn't stop banging on about it.
No, you know what? It's actually it was 5 for £10.
It was 5 for £10?
Yeah, I remember it was 5. Yeah. It was 5 for £10.
Okay, yeah, no, I never.
And Jaeger bombs, everyone's got wasted.
But other than that, I don't like. Oh yeah, we were talking about this just before. The fact that I wasn't 18 at the time, so to get into the club, I must have given you whoever's provisional I was using at the time.
Yeah, there were many. There were many people that maybe shouldn't have been in there for one reason or another. One of those reasons being, of course, age.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We can't prove that, but that's been alleged. For legal reasons, we can't conclude that. Allegedly. Yeah, no, I remember the security thing. They were like putting crosses just with a marker pen, and everyone like the capacity was like 200, but I think a lot of people were like, yeah, there were at least 300 people in there.
I was gonna say, surely there was more than that.
Probably, possibly even more. It was completely packed. You couldn't even. I was at the stage for a lot of the time, but like I tried to go upstairs. You can literally you couldn't even go upstairs.
Is that why they closed down?
Possibly, yeah. Maybe they lost their license or something because of that. Yes. Big love to all of you who have locked in and listened to our very first Bubble podcast, hosted by yours truly, Darley and Pope Francis. Today we had the pleasure of being joined by 2 very special guests, North London's very own India Shan and DJ Lockside. Keep an eye out for them. India Shan is an up-and-coming vocalist with a brilliant 4-track EP out entitled Inertia, available on all platforms, with plenty more on the way. DJ Lockside, who also goes by the alias Ralph Richards, has been spinning in the London club circuit for years and continues to go from strength to strength. And of course, don't forget, Bubble is back on the 25th of February at Peckham Audio. We'll be joined by both the special guests we hosted today. India Shan will give an exclusive vocal performance, and DJ Lockside will provide 1 hour of hot DJ flavour.